What if the true impediment to attracting the abundance, the joy, the profound connections you yearn for isn't an external force, but a silent, deeply rooted belief within? What if, beneath all the conscious striving, a part of you still whispers that you don't truly deserve it? Not the pure, unconditional love you seek, not the serene peace that calms the mind, not the resounding success that fulfills your spirit, nothing. This isn't just a fleeting thought. It's a pervasive undercurrent that can subtly sabotage your every effort. Herein lies the profound paradox, a spiritual truth often overlooked. The moment you cease the frantic chase, the desperate grasping for external validation and achievement, and instead turn inward to embrace and love yourself fully, unconditionally, that is precisely when the universe shifts, and that is when everything you've been seeking begins its effortless flow toward you, drawn in by the magnetic resonance of your self-acceptance. Let this resonate deeply. You, in your essence, are as inherently worthy of love and affection as any being in this vast, interconnected universe. This isn't a selfish indulgence. It's a foundational truth, a radical act of self-affirmation in a world that so often teaches us to diminish ourselves. For generations, we've been meticulously conditioned by society, by media, by our very upbringing, to constantly search outside ourselves for approval, for validation, for a definitive measure of our worth. We chase titles, possessions, perfect relationships, believing these external markers will finally confer the value we crave. But ancient Buddhist wisdom offers a starkly different and profoundly empowering perspective. It teaches that the external world isn't a separate entity judging you. It is, in fact, a flawless mirror reflecting your inner state, showing you precisely how you treat yourself. So pause for a moment and genuinely ask yourself, what energetic frequency are you truly broadcasting? What is your inner self, your deeper being, truly calling into your reality? Is it the anxious, clinging energy of desperation, born from a sense of lack and unworthiness? Or is it the grounded, expansive vibration of quiet self-respect, rooted in an unwavering belief in your intrinsic value and deservingness? The distinction is subtle, yet its impact on your life's unfolding is monumental. In the journey ahead, we will delve into powerful, transformative Buddhist lessons. We will meticulously unravel how cultivating a deep, abiding self-love isn't just a feel-good platitude, but a fundamental force that dramatically reshapes your entire reality, altering what you attract and how you experience life. And as a special illumination at the very end, there's a bonus spiritual insight awaiting discovery, a profound truth that most individuals never realize, yet one that has the power to fundamentally change everything the moment you finally grasp it. Before we embark on this illuminating path, where every video is a doorway to calm clarity and timeless Buddhist insight you won't find anywhere else. Let's begin. 1. Chasing is the shadow of self-doubt, the magnetic power of stillness. Why does everything you ardently pursue seem to recede, slipping through your desperate grasp? Why do the very things you desire most, true love, profound success, and an unshakable sense of peace, appear to drift further away the harder you strain to chase them? In the quiet wisdom of Buddhism, we often observe, the one who chases the world forgets the stillness that moves it. There is a quiet truth, profound yet often overlooked, buried deep within this statement. It whispers to us that when your heart is restless, when it thrums with an anxious need, life itself becomes elusive, a shimmering mirage on the horizon. Imagine holding a delicate bird in your open palm. If your fingers instinctively tense, driven by a panicked urge to grasp and secure it, The bird will perceive that fear, that pressure, and with a flutter of wings, it will escape. But if you remain still, your hand steady and open, calm and centered in your own presence, that same bird may, by its own gentle volition, choose to rest upon you. This exquisite metaphor reveals the very nature of all things we desire in life. The more we pursue them from a place of perceived lack, from a deep-seated feeling that something essential is missing within us, the more those desires sense the underlying fear beneath our frantic reaching. And fear, even when cleverly disguised as ambitious drive or passionate yearning, inherently repels. It's not because the universe is cruel or deliberately withholding. It simply mirrors the resonant state of your very soul. You've been taught a familiar narrative. If you truly want something, you must run after it, work harder, do more, chase faster. But Buddhism gently unveils another profoundly different path, the path of stillness. This is not passivity or resignation. It is a conscious, engaged presence, a deep and rooted awareness. When you cultivate a profound self-love, the incessant chasing naturally begins to dissolve. You stop begging life, pleading for external validation or tangible proof of your inherent worth. Instead, you become the proof and undeniable embodiment of your own value. And in that rich, luminous stillness, things begin to gravitate toward you. Not because you forced them into submission, but because you finally ceased resisting the truth of who you are. Close your eyes for a moment. Breathe slowly, allowing your awareness to settle. Visualize your desires not as towering mountains you must exhaustively climb, but as delicate petals resting upon a perfectly still body of water. Watch them without effort or struggle as they gently drift toward you. This happens effortlessly as you remain grounded and deeply anchored in the unwavering self-love that resides within. When the often turbulent waters of your mind become still, even the most distant moon reflects with pristine clarity, its light perfectly mirrored. Perhaps what you are relentlessly chasing out there in the world is not truly what you need. Perhaps it's the part of you that carries a deep ache of unworthiness, the part that quietly craves your gentle attention and compassion, far more than any external outcome. So ask yourself, with a quiet tenderness, what are you chasing that may actually be trying to escape your desperation? And digging even deeper, can you simply sit with that part of you that feels unworthy, that carries the burden of not enoughness? Can you simply hold it with an open, unwavering compassion? The Buddhism teaches us that suffering arises not from the simple act of not having something, but from the relentless grip of clinging from the insidious belief that you must somehow earn what you already inherently deserve. But when you truly begin to love yourself, not for some idealized version of who you might one day become, but for who you are right here, right now, then peace arises. And peace, in its purest form, is profoundly magnetic. It effortlessly pulls the right people, orchestrates the perfect moments, and unveils the ideal opportunities into your life, all without struggle or force. The irony, a cosmic wink, is that the very moment you release the chase, you begin to attract. Why? Because the universe responds not to your desperation, not to your clamoring demands, but to your vibrational frequency. And the vibration of self-love is an utterly powerful force. It doesn't need to demand. It simply allows. It receives. The more you return to the tranquil center of yourself, the more the world naturally turns toward you. Remember this profound truth. You are not empty. You are the sacred space everything is trying to enter. When you love yourself enough, the world no longer needs to scramble to fill a perceived void within you. Instead, it begins to meet your inherent fullness. We'd love to hear your thoughts. If you're not sure what to say, just type. My self-worth attracts more wholeness. Attracts wounds repel. 2. Wholeness attracts, wounds repel. The art of kintsugi. What if the world never gives you precisely what you long for, but always unerringly gives you what you deeply believe you deserve? This isn't a punitive judgment, but a profound reflection. In Buddhism, we are taught not to chase outcomes, but to diligently study causes. And the truest, most foundational cause of what you attract into your life is the energy you carry within. There is a quiet, immutable law at work. Wholeness attracts, wounds repel. This isn't because you are inherently broken beyond repair, but because unhealed energy distorts what you call in, creating energetic static that obscures your true desires. Imagine a beautiful bowl, but one that is riddled with subtle hairline cracks. You can pour water into it endlessly, tirelessly, yet the fullness never truly lasts. The precious water representing all that you strive to receive, love, joy, abundance, simply leaks away through the unsealed fractures. Now imagine your soul in this same way. You can gather people, accumulate possessions, even garner widespread praise. But if your core self-belief is fractured, if it carries unacknowledged wounds, the joy will subtly seep out, leaving an underlying sense of emptiness. You might then ask, with a bewildered heart, why do I keep attracting the same kind of hurt, the same emptiness wearing new faces, the same deafening silence after so much tireless effort? The answer, more often than not, is rarely found externally. It lives in the echoing chamber within your own being. Until you truly see yourself not as perpetually wounded, but as inherently worthy, you will continue to unconsciously call in people and situations that serve only to confirm your lingering doubts. Pause for a moment. Take a deep centering breath. Visualize your inner being perhaps like that bowl momentarily broken. And now imagine a stream of warm golden light gently pouring into its cracks, not harshly hiding the damage, but sealing them with sacred beauty. In Japanese art, this profound practice is called kintsugi, the exquisite repairing of broken pottery with powdered gold or silver lacquer. The damage is not concealed. It is revered, transformed into an integral part of its new beauty. Your pain, your struggles, are not your failures. They are intricate pathways that have shaped you. And when you learn to love your cracks, truly embrace them, they begin to glow with an authentic, resilient radiance. So ask yourself, are you trying to manifest your desires from a place of lingering pain, or from a nascent place of peace? Because the universe, in its infinite wisdom, listens to your energy, not merely your words. If your deepest belief system quietly affirms, I am not enough, it will with perfect impartiality continue to mirror situations that resonate with, yes, you're right. But if you begin, even softly, even tentatively, to hold yourself as inherently enough, your entire reality will subtly but profoundly begin to shift. Not overnight perhaps, but steadily, inevitably, like the gentle sunlight melting the morning mist. The Buddha once said, "You yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection." This is not mere sentiment. It is a powerful, transformative strategy. Love becomes your ultimate power, not because it changes others, but because it fundamentally transforms what you allow into your life, what you expect to receive, and what you intrinsically call in. Let your energy gently whisper peace, and let your very presence declare, I no longer beg, I welcome. The world does not respond to longing, but to wholeness. And you, in this very moment, are allowed to begin healing right here, right now, just as you are. You are not too broken to attract beauty. You are already beautiful, simply waiting to believe it. The universe does not test your worth. It unequivocally reflects it. So the moment you begin to love yourself enough, truly enough, everything begins to change.